Hey y'all, Dana here, and I am in the kitchen today having a great time. I've got some beef, I've got some veggies, and I'm gonna use a new marinade that I haven't tried before from Kathy's Southern Kitchen. Y'all, Kathy is all about beef. She's another Alabama cook from South Alabama, and I'm gonna use her marinade in one of my recipes. So here we go. About to get started on that marinade. But before we do, let's talk about a few things. If you need family recipes for Thanksgiving, chicken and dressing, all of these yummy, sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie, all of these recipes are in my book from my family's recipes. So if you don't have any family recipes, I'll share mine with you. These are from my family going back generations in Sweet Home, Alabama. And you can find my book on Amazon. And this has stories of my family and all of our recipes. And y'all know food is at the heart of our history. So I encourage you to go buy this. It's on sale right now, and get one for your somebody in your family too. They make great Christmas presents, okay? All right, happiness is homemade, y'all, at Amazon.com. All right, let's move on with this recipe. Okay, I've got my steaks. These are a fatty steak right here. And I'm going to put those in the marinade later, but first we're going to pull out Kathy's Southern Kitchen's marinade for her restaurant-style beef fajitas. Now, I'm not doing fajitas in mine. I'm doing a different recipes, but I wanted to try her marinade. I will put a link to her up above or down below. When I say up above, it means in the description. When I say down below, it means the comments. So here we go. The first thing we're going to need is some lime. Now, y'all, I got my lime here, and I'm going to need the zest of the lime later in this recipe, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Get this zested, and then I'm going to get 1/4 cup of lime juice. Yes, don't we love lime? Don't we? Lime and lemon. Oh, they are some of my favorites. Some of my favorites. All right, remember, don't go down to the white part because it'll get bitter. That's called the pith. Okay, I'm getting a little bit there. Y'all doing okay today? I know there's a lot of bad things going on in the world, and I've had people say, how do you pray in times like this? Well, I'm gonna tell you, for me right now, I'm praying Psalms 91 over my family and over my homes, our businesses, my community, because Psalms 91 is for protection and refuge with God. And he, claim Psalms 91 when you're praying, okay, to the Lord, and ask for protection over your family. Now, y'all, when my son was in Afghanistan, all people that have people in harm's way, all families that have soldiers and people's in harm's way and law enforcement, we're always praying for the safety of our people. So I'm going to tell you, Psalms 91 is my go-to chapter. So look up Psalms 91. If you don't have a Bible, go ahead and just Google it. It'll pop up, and pray Psalms 91 over yourself, your family, your home, your business. That's what I do. The Lord will give you peace. I'm telling you. All right, I got my 1/4 cup. Now, y'all, the good thing about this when we're doing this is we're going to put it right inside a plastic bag. So to make it easier, I'm just sitting it down in a little measuring cup here, so it'll be easier when I add it. So in goes 1/4 cup of that wonderful smelling lime juice. Okay, the next thing we're going to add is 1/4 cup of soy sauce. So let me pour it around, and we'll just pour that in there. So we got lime and we got soy sauce. Come on, you. Let's get to 1/4 cup. Okay, okay, we did it. Whoa, Nelly. Okay, we did that. The next thing we need is vegetable oil. That's what her recipe calls for, and we're going to need 1/2 cup. Now, we'll need some vegetable oil later. I cook mine in olive oil. You'll need some kind of oil to cook your meat in. And I'll do olive oil. She says veggies, so do what you want to do. 1/2 cup goes in. Y'all, it smells good already. And then we're going to add some seasonings. The first thing we're going to add is going to go a tablespoon of chili powder. And now we've got a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of cumin. I love the smell of cumin. Okay, so we got that in there. We also need a teaspoon of kosher salt. So here we go. Don't you love it when you get a recipe and you don't have to worry about, is that too much salt? Is it not enough? Because it's all measured out for you already. Somebody else has done the hard work. So what you got to do right now, I'm just going to ziplock this up and do this. Come on, you get mixed together. Yeah, y'all, this smells so good. Thank you, Kathy, for giving us this delicious, delicious recipe. So the next thing we're going to do is put the meat in it. So let me open it back up. All right, we're going to drop this meat down in it, and I don't have it laying over here, but y'all can see it. The cut I'm using is a ribeye. She used a skirt steak in hers to do her fajitas, but I'm not doing fajitas, okay? I'm using her recipe for the marinade, and then I'll use my own recipe, finish it off with my own recipe. All right, y'all, here we go. This is gonna be so tasty. So tasty indeed. All right, we gotta put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. And she says don't go over 2 hours in this, but we got it for 30 minutes and life is good. I'll see y'all in 30 minutes and we'll move on with this recipe. All right, I forgot to let you know that I pulled out about 1/8 of a cup, maybe 2 tablespoons of this before I put the meat in there. Because we're going to use that in our vegetables later that I'm cooking to go along with this. And into this, I'm going to add the zest of a lime. It's going to be good, people. That's going in my vegetables a little bit later. And I'm going to be using, I'll tell you what vegetables I'm using. I'm using some of these mixed vegetables here that has chestnuts, peppers, beans, carrots. I'm just using a good mix, and it is frozen. And I'm also going to use, you know, David and I are trying to low carb it right now, and I'm also using the riced cauliflower. So all of that will go in later. But before we get there, I do need to chop up a few of these peppers to go in, because y'all, I'm just gonna tell you I love peppers in it. And I've got a special pepper. Where did it go? Got a serrano pepper right here that I'm gonna put in there. Oh, that one don't look too good. Let me find one that looks good. This is a beautiful serrano pepper, and I'm gonna put it in there too, just to flavor it up a little. So that's what I'm doing right now, chopping stuff up. And I just gotta say, are y'all doing all right? Are you doing all right? Y'all know we got stuff going on in the world, and it is scary. But I still say from earlier, go ahead and pull out Psalms 91 and just start praying it every day over your family. Lord, protect my family. We can do that. And Lord, also give me peace. If you want some peace, ask the Lord for some peace. And ask the Lord to lead and guide you. That's what I do. And I think I told you earlier that my son was in Afghanistan for a while. He's been in the military for years. And he's out now. He's a private citizen now. He's a veteran. But still, when you're facing your loved one in war, you get serious about your prayer life. I'm going to tell you that. So that's what we have done, and we pray for all of our servicemen and women that are out there in harm's way, and pray for our communities, y'all. It's okay to pray for protection for your communities and your schools. I do that too, because, you know, our loved ones are the teachers and the students there, and, you know, my daughter's a teacher. So anyway, I'm just going to tell you, we can pray to the good Lord, and he can put protection around our people and our businesses, a hedge of protection. You can ask the Lord to put a hedge of protection around your family, and I do that all, daily. But anyway, I'm going to cut up these peppers, and then we're going to pull out my pan, and we're going to get started cooking this stuff. Now, y'all know, in my opinion, a cast iron skillet's the way you need to go for beef. So I'm going to be pulling out my skillet, and then we're going to use it also to make up that cauliflower rice with some different vegetables in it. And Kathy's beautiful marinade right here. It's gonna be so good. I cannot wait to eat this stuff. My kitchen smells divine. Thank you, Kathy. All right, see y'all shortly. The serrano, I went ahead and cut it in half, and I'm gonna chop this up, but I pulled the insides out. Now look, if you don't want these, you know, this is where the heat is. If you don't want it, just scrape it out with a spoon, okay? That's what I do. I also have a jalapeno over here, and I'm gonna do this the same way because y'all, I like the flavor of the peppers. Y'all, I like the flavor of the peppers. So what I'm gonna do is move stuff aside and scrape out that inside because I don't wanna burn up. And serranos are not as hot as jalapenos, but you know what I mean. And just remember when you're doing this with one of these peppers, don't touch your eyes or your nose or your mouth. Okay, here we go on this one. And now I'm gonna chop into my jalapeno pepper. Now, if you don't like these kind of peppers, by all means, don't use them. But I do like them, and I'm just gonna use, let me get this, I hold it in my hand like this, chop off that top and just go down the middle. Very good. Y'all see, it's all cleaned out. Ready for me to chop up. And I think, let me see how the other side's gonna do. Let me get this going. Okay, see? There we go. We got them all ready to go, and I'm gonna chop these up. And then I'm pulling out the cast iron, and we're gonna get to going. There's nothing like cooking some beef in a cast iron skillet. Okay, y'all, I am over at my stove. I've got my beautiful cast iron skillet going on medium-high heat. I'm getting it good and hot. And if you'll notice, I have taken the steak. They stayed in there for about 40 minutes. I've taken the steak and I've patted it dry and discarded all the rest. And now I'm ready to cook these little babies right here. So I'm waiting for this to get good and hot. And I'm gonna put a little oil in it because that's how I do mine. Now Kathy's recipe is different, and if you wanna see hers, you'll have to follow the link that I'm gonna provide because it's a good one, just like mine is. So they're both good. And I've had people say, oh, y'all are in competition, y'all don't like each other, right? And I'm like, oh girl, when we cooks get together, we have so much fun because we're talking food and talking, you know, different things that we've got to do because of our cooking. So I'm telling you, we're buddies. I've got a lot of good buddies in the cooking world, and I'm thrilled about it. I like having a good friend. Okay, now these are going, and I'm gonna probably do 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Now, y'all, you gotta have some trusty of these things, some good ones that work well. Because believe me, they're not all created equal because I've got about 4 or 5 pair of them, and these are my favorites right here. Here we go. Put it on in there. Put it on in there. And set your timer for about 4. Let's do 4 minutes on the first one. See you in 4 minutes. Y'all, this smells so good in here, and I'm about to flip it over, okay? So look at this, y'all. Before I flip it over, this is what it's looking like. We got a little redness coming to the top, and we're gonna flip that baby over. Y'all look at that. Oh, I'm gonna be so happy here in a minute. Ooh, baby, another 3 minutes and we are done. Okay, y'all, the time is up, and I'm gonna take these beautiful steaks that has Kathy's marinade on it. Let me show you what they look like. They are so beautiful. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm gonna lay them out here. Lay them out here and let them sit. Let me turn this off just a jiffy. Gonna let them sit and rest. Now, it's important to let your meat rest, but while it rests, gonna put this over it right here. And then what I'm gonna do, the foil goes over it to hold in the heat, and I'll leave it kind of a little escape for the steam because I don't want to steam it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use all the goodies that's in this skillet, and we're going to infuse it in the rest of the stuff that we're cooking. So let me just get some olive oil in there. Just a smidge. And then we're going to pour in our peppers. There we go. Get those going. Stir those around real good. And those are going to start taking up what's on the bottom of my pan. Let me pull out a wooden spoon here because I know some of y'all don't like the noise of a metal. All right, here we go. We're scraping up those bits on the bottom and we're cooking these peppers. Y'all, this is going to be some really good eating shortly from whoever happens to drop in on me. Maybe I'll have some company. You never know. But anyway, I'm doing this now, and then after these get going, hey ladies, y'all want to come in here and say hey? We're right over here. Some of my buddies have dropped in. I told you we cooks, we love to get together. And guess who's here with me today? It's Psalms 34 Bakery, hey. Miranda and Hannah. Hey! So we're gonna eat good in a minute, and we're gonna talk about food in a little bit, because that's what we do, don't we, ladies? Oh yeah. All right, I'm making a marinade from Kathy's Southern Kitchen. It's her fajita marinade, and I'm putting it on a different little spin on a dish that I'm making. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, it smells good.
Oh, listen, my whole kitchen smells good, doesn't it?
I can smell it outside.
Could you really?
Yes.
Hannah said she could smell it outside. I'm telling y'all, the neighbors are going to be coming.
I followed my nose.
Followed your nose. All right, now I'm going to pour in some frozen mixed vegetables, and this will take just a few minutes to get those going. And since Psalm 34 is here, we're going to eat this in just here in a minute. We're at least going to taste it. Oh, y'all, this looks so good. And see, these are these stir-fried vegetables, really. And when you have this beautiful, beautiful juice and everything from the meat, it is wonderful. And y'all, my husband's going to love me for this. He's going to keep me around one more day. You know what I tell him? You know, he's in the political realm, and I always say, you got to earn my vote every day. But see, I try to earn his vote too by making him some really good food. So we're going to leave this going for a few minutes, and then I'll get back with you in just a second. Okay, y'all, I am moving on to the next step, and I want you to see the state of these veggies. They're still a little crunchy, but they got some caramelization on it. So I'm going to put them right here in my beautiful dish. That was a present to me from somebody that I love. And we'll just leave it at that. Oh, that's heavy. All right. Let me wipe the side of this. Y'all hang on. We don't want any kind of accidents going on. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is, for this dish that I'm making, is put the rice in there. Now, y'all know we're low carbonate, so I've got one pack of this ready rice from Uncle Ben's, and then I've got a pack of riced cauliflower, and it is frozen. So what I'm going to do now is pour in the cauliflower. Now, y'all, this is good, and I love being able to just grab it out of the store. Now, I'm going to put a little salt and pepper in mine because that's how I roll, but you do what you want to do, okay? Just a little. And then what we're going to do, swirl it around, let it get some color on it, and then I'm going to add the Uncle Ben's rice. While this is getting some color on it, let me tell you what to do with this rice. If you haven't heated it up, you know it heats up in like 90 seconds in the microwave. But if you're going to put it in a pan like I am, just go ahead and squeeze it and loosen it up a little bit, okay? That's my advice to you on that. All right, now we're going to put it right on in here with this. So we will get some rice, but it won't all be rice. That means I can eat more, right? So this is what we're doing with this. And y'all remember, I reserved about 2 tablespoons of this marinade. And what I'm going to do right now is pour this in here. So this will all have this good stuff with it. And I'm going to turn this heat up just a smidge. Now remember, this has got everything in it. This is part of the marinade. It's going to be part of the flavor in my dish. And y'all, this is going to be so pretty. I'm going to do a pretty presentation with it. And then Psalms 34 Bakery and I are going to eat, okay? We're going to get over here and taste it for you. And again, I'd like to thank Kathy's Southern Kitchen. Y'all know she's my buddy. And we were all together at that Influencer Summit along with Psalms 34 Bakery a few weeks ago. We had a blast. All right, I'm going to let this cook a few minutes and I'll be right back with you. Okay, y'all, we're rocking and rolling along with this meal, and this is ready to serve. And I'm going to show y'all how I serve it when I find my pot holder. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I've got a beautiful platter. This is one of my brown drip platters. And the thing I'm going to put on the bottom is this gorgeous rice, okay? Remember, it's both cauliflower and regular. We're putting it on here, making a beautiful mound out of it. There we go. Okay. And the next thing we're going to put on top of it is these gorgeous vegetables that we cooked. Let me make this all pretty. We got to make it pretty, right? Okay, and then we're going to put this mound of vegetables on the top. How beautiful. How beautiful. Pour that juice in there, people. Don't forget about the juice. And then we're going to place our steaks on the top. Let me pull these over here. And this would be how this would go to the table. Okay. Let me go ahead and cut these. I'm thinking, do I cut these or not? If it were me and David, I would not. But since I've got company today, I'm going to slice one and put it on there, okay? Y'all bear with me just a minute. Okay. Can y'all see that? Oh yeah, I've got my good sharp knife and we're cutting some slices of this. We're gonna lay that on the top and I'm gonna have some happy people here in just a minute, I hope. I hope. Now see how beautiful is that? And you can serve more than 2 people with this. There you go. All right. Let's get it up on here, lay it across the top. Oh, y'all. That's not so bad, is it? Look at that. Look at that. This is going to the table, and I'm going to have people oohing and ahhing over this. Okay. But you know what? Psalms 34 Bakery and I will be tasting this in just a second. Y'all bear with me. All right. What do you think of that? Okay, y'all, we're back. Look at this. Look at this. I've got good friends here from Psalms 34, and I've got this beautiful food. Okay, y'all, we're going to serve this up. Serve this up right now.
I'm so excited because this smells so good.
Yes, it does.
I'm going to give you some rice and some of those different things on the bottom. Now, girls, I did put a jalapeno pepper in there. I hope you can
I love spice.
deal with it, okay?
We have lots of jalapeno things at this shop.
Okay, good. Y'all can handle it. Well, I'm going to put some on all of us a little bit. Oh, I love sharing food with people. I just love it. Do y'all? I know y'all do. Y'all cook some great stuff. And we've been talking about the holidays.
Yes.
Yes. Y'all tell them what's going on at your place in the holidays, and then I'll tell them about my recipes.
Okay, well, we just put out our holiday menu on Facebook and on our website, www.psalm34bakeryandcatering.com. We've got all of our goodies on there that you can go and pre-order now. So it's available now. You can check that out there.
We'll
go
ahead.
for you.
Yeah, y'all look, their stuff's really good. And I'm telling y'all, if you want to impress people, you don't have time to cook, call them, they'll cook it for you.
We'll do it for you.
But if you feel like you want to cook it yourself, I'm going to tell you that all my family recipes for Thanksgiving are right in here, from the pies to the breads to the cakes to everything else. So if you want to cook it yourself, go ahead and do it and get my book at Amazon.com. It's called Happiness is Homemade. And if you don't want to do it, call these beautiful ladies. They will cook for you. Good
That's
recipes.
right.
All right, y'all, let's get a knife. I'm going to give y'all a knife apiece.
Okay.
And remember, on this right here, y'all need a fork. This is beef that we raised on our farm.
Oh.
So there we go. Y'all dig in.
Okay.
And tell me what you think, and we'll see how we like this marinade.
Okay.
And oh, I cannot wait. I've been smelling this for an hour because you know it had to sit for 30 minutes. All right, I'm just going for the minute right
You
now.
didn't have to feed us, but we're glad you did.
Yes, we are.
Mmm. Oh, I like the Mexican taste, the flavor.
Oh, that's good.
Very good.
Oh, yum. I'm sorry I'm eating instead of talking, but that's the way we are today.
I'm so glad we came to visit today.
Yes, we picked a great time to come.
Great day.
And I told y'all, Hannah, move in. They can't see your pretty face. I told y'all that we just have a good time together, us cooks do, and we get together several times a week, don't we?
Yes.
So I love being with Psalms 34 Bakery, and Kathy is my buddy from South Alabama, and our buddy.
Great recipe, Kathy.
Great recipe. And I'm going to tell you what I always tell you, and then I'm going to eat this. The good Lord loves you, and He really does, and I love you too. And y'all remember to pray Psalms 91 over your family for protection during this time, all right? Love and blessings to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good.